All right, I got a full trade recap for you guys today. We did hit a good trade. We had FOMC at like two, which didn't really do anything to the market like at two, but it made the market overall choppy today. But we still had a pretty clear draw on liquidity. 1 second. All right. So coming on the hourly time frame, I see that pre-market. I think like the London session came down, took out these 4 hour lows. We had an SMT at the lows, or no, we didn't. Sorry, but yeah, that kind of made me want to see higher. Maybe take out London highs. London highs were just right up here, so I wanted to see that get swept, but we didn't obviously do that. What happens? Right. Well, we sweep this pre-market. We gave a push up. And then another whatever. We generate this sell side here, which is later on swept, and that's basically what I took a trade off of. I'll show you guys. So ES sweeps it at like whatever 10.20. NQ doesn't, so we have an SMT, right? And I'm like, okay, we have a hourly sweep of liquidity, and I would consider this more of an external sweep. It's not external, but it's also not internal. I think this is a fine liquidity sweep. And yeah, we also had other confluences aligning with it. That's why I liked it. We had the PO3 accumulation, manipulation, and yeah, we had a little move up. I wanted to see higher. I thought we were going to give a bigger move up. It's on London highs, which was kind of my draw on liquidity. But I personally, when I take trades, I don't target the external. I target the internal. So anyways, I see S takes it, NQ doesn't. So we're holding an SMT down here, okay? Cool. So what happens? I noticed that we have another PO3 setup, which is just absolutely beautiful. NQ looks way better for it, right? We have this accumulation range. I'll go to 3 minutes. See, we have this accumulation range. We're not really moving anywhere significant. We're kind of playing in a range. What I saw is that price actually did generate another buy side on the hourly, which was just this buy side. So before we swept this low and created the SMT, I saw that we were sweeping this newly generated hourly high. And I was like, okay, like I could also take shorts off of this if we can get the right 5 minute confluences, which didn't happen. Price never gave me a 5 minute retracement. We just completely sold off to take the hourly lows and create an SMT. So from there, we get a push up on the 5 minute, and then around 10:25, we get our 5 minute retracement. From there, I scale into the 1 minute, flip flap, dibbity dap. This is just like an A plus setup here, right? We break structure on the 1 minute. I wanted to see if price would respect this imbalance, but we disrespected it. We came down to this imbalance, and from there, what happens? We get a displacement candle out of it. I wanted to wait for a little bit more. I saw, okay, we closed right here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a rebalance so I can get a better risk to reward. This is just overall something I feel like is underrated. So I think it was entries like around like right here. So that was my entry. Stop loss right beneath the candlewick that created the imbalance, and hold on, and take profit was at just this newly generated 10 a.m. highs, giving me a 2.16 risk reward ratio. Really good trade. I entered at 10:30, so timing's fine. I wouldn't say the timing's great, but it's also like I'm perfectly fine. I can trade that. So yeah, we had a bunch of confluences aligned on the higher time frame, right? The PO3, expecting London highs to get taken, but like I said, I don't target that. The PO3 on the lower time frame as well, aligned with the bigger time frame. The hourly SMT is just all good confluences here. The 1 minute looks very clean. Like if you understand 2022 as a T model, this is just very clean. The break and then the fair value gap, it's beautiful. So yeah, I think I won like around 1.9% or something. So it was a good trade. I noticed that on the 5 minute, where is it? I saw ES was for some reason a lot more bullish. And I noticed, okay, that my drawn liquidity on ES is just this high. And ES took it before NQ, so I moved my stops right even when ES took my take profit out. So yeah, it was kind of weird. I got really like, it was kind of an emotional roller coaster because like we immediately had like a big push up, and I was like, okay, probably gonna hit take profit. But then I thought we were gonna at least break 5 minute structure, or maybe just inverse this 5 minute for value gap. But none of that happened. We came all the way back down and respected it, starting to get legs down. I'm like, oh shit, okay, we're respecting the bearish PD raise. It is not looking nice to get it. But then I noticed that we also have this equilibrium. Price came down, filled it, started giving displacement legs up. We inversed the 5-minute imbalance. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I don't need this, but we inversed the 5-minute imbalance, creating a BPR as well. So we just created now this 5-minute imbalance. I say, okay, now we're probably going to respect it and move back up, especially because we also broke 5-minute structure on this candle here. So I'm like, okay, Preston inverses it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? NQ inverses it, ES doesn't, so ES is still respecting it. I'm like, okay, ES has now a little bit more room to do the upside, maybe. So yeah, we inverse it, and then we come down and get close to my break-even point. I'm glad I didn't go break-even after the inverse value gap. I've just learned through market experience that like there's really absolutely no point in going break-even unless like the other index takes out your drawn liquidity before the one that you took a trade on. That's usually when you should go break-even, or maybe even take off the position. But otherwise, going break-even is really risky. I just think it's not the smartest because price is likely to seek and destroy you at some point in the trade. So I personally just don't like to go break even. What I did is I put stops like, I don't know, like beneath this low. I never go exactly break even because it's always that like the seek and destroy usually happens a solid amount of times. So where was I? Yeah, we inverse, and then we inverse this 5-minute value gap, and I'm like, okay. But then we go back up and then close above it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give it take profit. Like I noticed that I was like everywhere. Like I was feeling everything. Like I was like, oh, we're gonna take profit. Like we inverse stuff. Like I kept trying to tell myself like I accept the risk. Price absolutely owes nothing to me, and the reality of the market is that price could reverse at any point in time. And I wrote that in my journal, and it helped her, and it kind of got my psychology back to where I wanted it to be. And yeah, I was only risking. Originally, I was risking 350, which is what I usually risk, 350 to 400. It's around like 0.75%. I don't know. I don't like to risk 1% personally. I just it just affects me. Like it's not my risk tolerance. So my risk tolerance is like 350 to 400, like I said. But yeah, I was risking like 350, but then once price inversed the fair value gap, I put my stops like to like I don't know, underneath this little swing low here. Price didn't stop me out, but like it gave them like a 4 risk reward ratio. Here, I'll just show it actually. I answered like right here. Stop was originally here. Take profit was like here. Wait, stop was here. So yeah, I moved it to like here. Once we inversed the 5-minute for value gap, which gave a crazy risk reward, but that's not what I took, obviously. What I took was like a 2 or something, a little bit less than a 2. It was like a 2, yeah. But that was like the real trade I took. But yeah, I just noticed that ES decided to be more bullish today. NQ was disrespecting everything, and it was all over the place. So I think that was just because of FOMC. But yeah, the ultimate drawn liquidity was hit. So yeah, that's the full trade recap. I'm up around like 1.8%. But yeah, I have a free Discord. I'm going to link it in the description. I'm trying to build a good community of just like-minded traders because I know that like myself that I've been like it's been lonely. Like the trading journey, if you're on this trading journey, right, you probably know it's probably a little lonely. Like it is a bit lonely. You really got to be like by yourself. You have to be okay with that. You have to like almost find peace with yourself. And luckily I've been able to do this. But I just know that there are other traders. Like it's not bad to not be alone. Like it's good to have a community. But you should also be comfortable by yourself. So yeah, I'm trying to make a community of just like-minded traders. And wherever you are in your trading journey, I'm gonna just literally give you guys all the knowledge I know. And so whoever is like a beginner, I can teach you guys. Whoever's maybe an intermediate stage, like we can be friends. Like it doesn't have to be like I'm teaching you. Like we could be friends and talk about trading. So if you're interested, I'm going to link it in the description. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.